Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Uchaha and today we are talking about security. Now, I think in crypto, security is something that we need to really take seriously. Time and time again, I see on the Twitter log that there's someone who's been hacked. Someone's NFTs are gone, someone's crypto's been drained, and I just see it so often, which is why I thought I'd make this video because perhaps maybe one of you or two of you could even learn something and just act a little bit more on your personal security, because having self custody of your funds is no easy thing to do. Okay, there is some responsibility there, and I think sometimes we often take that for granted. Now, there's lots of different ways to store your crypto in the world that we live in. Some prefer to use centralized exchanges like Binance or Coinbase, but personally for me, I'm not particularly keen on that. I mean, we've seen what happened with FTX not too long ago, and I think one of the sayings that everyone talks about in crypto is not your keys, not your coins. Essentially, that refers to the fact that you don't actually own the keys to your coins on Binance. Rather, you have a login, and only when you log into your account on Binance or Coinbase or any other centralized exchange, you actually get access to the crypto. The thing is, any day really, one of those centralized exchanges could just decide, hey, we're not going to let this person into their account anymore. We're going to block your account, and before you know it, you're stuck. That could certainly happen, and it's definitely happened in the past before. So that's one way that people store their crypto. But again, like I said, for me, it's not really the best way. For me, I like to have self custody. I like to own my funds, and I like to have the keys to my own funds. And you can do that by having a wallet. Now, essentially, there's two different types of wallet. There's a hot wallet and there's a cold wallet. I think many of you who watched my videos are familiar with what hot and cold wallets are. But if you're not familiar, a hot wallet is just any sort of wallet that you can get that's basically on your computer. So MetaMask or Rabi wallet or Frame wallet, well, these you can all create hot wallets on. And essentially, they're just wallets that you basically can have on Google Chrome or Brave browser or anything like that. You can access them directly on your computer. Why are they hot? Well, essentially, if someone somehow got access to your computer, well, they kind of would be able to access your wallet. Yes, you do have passwords and things like that, but in the day that we live in today, it sometimes doesn't surprise us that passwords and things like that can be hacked. Cold wallets are a little bit different, and cold wallets use, or hardware wallets is another term, they use a device, and these devices help us to access, our coins which can be stored onto the blockchain. And a common example is one that I've got here. This one is one of the nano ledgers, but there's many other types of hardware wallets as well. I'll leave some of them in the description below, but you can definitely use a variety of different brands. But these hardware wallets allow us to store our crypto. And when we're storing our crypto on one of these, we're not actually storing them on this device. Rather, this device is a device that has no access to the internet. It cannot really be tampered with. And it helps us to access coins that are stored onto the blockchain itself. And essentially what that means is if you damage this or if you lose it or someone steals it off you, you can just get another one. And you've got a seed phrase. Make sure you keep that safe, because if someone takes that off you, then you're in trouble. But yeah, a seed phrase, which is your 12 or 24 different words in random order that is specific to your wallet. And that's basically gives you access to the keys. Now, what do I prefer, hot wallet, cold wallet? I actually prefer to use both. I think there's a purpose for both of them. Yes, this is definitely a lot more secure, because if you want to approve any transaction, you need to have this device. So even if someone hacks into my computer, unless they've got this device connected to, and they know my pins and passwords, of course, on top of that, they won't be able to access anything. Now, I think it does make it a little bit tricky, because you've got to carry this around with you then if you want to do transactions or you want to interact with stuff, which you probably don't really want to do. So in that case, that's pretty much why I think there's a reason to have a hot wallet and a cold wallet. So I think cold wallets are fantastic for long-term positions, long-term holds, or things that you're going to do in the comfort of your office or your home or wherever you like to do your crypto activities. Whereas hot wallets are probably better for when you're on the go, when you're going to different places, and when you need kind of quick access to basically interact with something. Now, do I recommend having a lot of funds on your hot wallet? Absolutely not. And the reason being is because so many times we just see people getting hacked, or they've got the seed phrase written on their computer somewhere. It's just bad things like that happen, and I think the more secure you can be, the better. Now, another aspect of security that I think people in crypto don't really take seriously enough is approvals. When you're interacting with any sort of application, any sort of coin, NFT, essentially any token really, often you will have to approve for that token. And if you're going to sell an NFT on OpenSea, you're going to approve for OpenSea to be able to do so. If you're going to sell some assets on Uniswap, you're going to approve for that specific asset to be allowed to be transferred, or for Uniswap to help you with that process. And sometimes we often interact with things that we don't really know exactly what they are. I mean, sometimes there's a new application that's just come out, you want to really get onto it because the APRs are high, or there's a new NFT collection, but you haven't had a chance to really go deep into the code. Well, that does happen quite often, and sometimes those codes or those smart contracts can be malicious. And as a result, sometimes we see drainage of your funds, drainage of your wallets, drainage of your NFTs. And this is something that we really need to be careful with, because approving some of these smart contracts can be very dangerous. As you can see, if you're active on Twitter, you'll know for yourself just how many of these Bored Ape holders have just lost their Bored Apes because of approving malicious smart contracts. And so I just wanted to also make this point that it's really important that you really consider what you're interacting with and what you're approving. The good thing is, though, that even if you do approve a contract that may be malicious, you can revoke it. And I've actually written a Twitter thread on this, so definitely go check that out. I'll leave that in the description below as well. So revoking your approvals is a very important thing to do, and I highly recommend everyone to do so. You can do it directly on your wallet providers at times as well. So certain wallets like Grabby Wallet will let you do so. So yeah, I just really wanted to just make this video just to have a little chat directly with the camera. I'm not on my computer. I don't want to show you anything today. Really, I just wanted to have a chat just about security in general, because I think security is something that we all need to take really seriously. And I feel like at times, many of the people that I see on Twitter aren't doing it. So really, just please be safe. If you can, use these kind of hardware wallets. These are honestly so good. So use them. If you are going to use a wallet, try and use one of these. But again, if you need to use a hot wallet, just don't keep so many funds in there. Be as safe as you can. Use multiple seed phrases if you really have to. And please check what you're approving. Check your approvals. And if you have interacted with a malicious contract, you never know, because sometimes these contracts come back to bite you, 6 months later or a year later when you've kind of forgotten about it. Just revoke your approvals, okay? Yes, you do have to pay a bit of gas fees, but if you're using any chain other than Ethereum, you should be absolutely fine. It should be costing you only pennies. Those pennies can really save you in the long run, especially if you've got a lot of money or a lot of worth, a lot of dollar value in your crypto assets. So please be careful with that. And just all in all, just keep your keys safe, keep your seed phrases safe, because I just see far too many hacks and too many people losing their money these days. So security is very important. Perhaps I'll make a more in-depth guide with some more specific examples. I mean, today I was probably a little bit vague, but just kind of wanted to just have a general chat about security. So yeah, that's all I've got for you today. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back with another video soon.